Good morning and welcome to REHOBOTH this morning. I'm Evangelist Gallabeth, Chika. I want to share with you from the book of Matthew 11:28 to 30. It says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Praise the Lord. Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are wearied." Are you wearied? Are you wearied in your soul? He says, "Come to me." There's something we call the spirit of the python. It's called python spirit that comes upon people a lot of times. We call it python spirit because of the way it works. You know how a python kills. When a python wants to kill, the python throws itself on the victim, turns itself around the victim, stretches the victim, squeezes the victim and stretches the victim. And at that point in time, the victim becomes tired. The victim becomes fatigued. The victim becomes exhausted. That is a state of weariness. Is exhausted in strength. Is exhausted in endurance. It is what we call weariness, when one's patience is exhausted, when the tolerance is exhausted, when the strength is exhausted. And that's how the python kills. That's what Satan does. A lot of times, he puts that weariness on you. He might come upon your finances or your emotions. Put so much pressure on your emotions. Stretches your emotions, squeezes it, and you become emotionally wearied. And when he does that, the next thing he does is he presents you his own quick way out. It will appear as a way out, but friend, it is a trap. Because at that point in time, you are wearied, you are exhausted, you are fatigued. At that point in time, you are at your most vulnerable state. And that vulnerability is what that spirit of weariness, that spirit of python wants to achieve. And what it does is that it gives you its own solution. And, at that point in time, any water is water to a thirsty man. The moment you take that solution it gives you, you fall into the trap. Most times, that spirit comes upon your finances and places financial burdens, financial weariness, debts here and there, financial needs here and there. And I love the way you get wearied. Next thing he does is to present to you a corrupt way of getting quick money. But that is usually a setup again, a trap. So, he can come into your marriage, put those pressures on you. He can come in different ways and put pressures on you just to get you wearied. And that's why Jesus is saying, are you wearied? Are you wearied? Are you wearied? Are you burdened? He said, "Come to me." Any moment you are wearied, he said, "Come to me, come to me. And I'm the one that will give you rest." Because Satan will drag you into a trap to finish you. Anytime you see the spirit of weariness, the next thing is a trap waiting. The solutions outside Jesus is usually a trap. It will cost you more than you want to pay. It will keep you longer than you want to stay. It will cost you every worthy relationship. It will cost you so many years or so many times to recover again, if you ever recover. So anytime you are worried, that's what Jesus is saying. Come to me. Friend, I get worried sometimes. I do get worried. I do get burdened. But at that point in time, I don't have a solution. Because when you are worried, your mental sanity is reduced. When you are worried, your emotional sanity is reduced. In fact, sometimes it might be anger. And you remember that whatever you do when you are angry is wrong. Because that emotional state is momentary insanity. Whatever you do that period is wrong. And what I do always is that I lie down on the ground, on the floor. I stretch myself on the floor with my face down. And I'll say, Jesus, Son of David, you said I should come to you. Lord, I am wearied, I am burdened. I give it to you. Lord, give me rest in my soul. Sometimes, if I had to cry, I will cry. And all of a sudden, you begin to see peace trickle down my soul. This is what works for me any day, anytime. When I'm worried, I hardly go to people first. I come to Jesus first. Most times at that point in time, He might lay it in your heart to talk to somebody. But when you're worried, friend, don't quickly go to people first. It might be a trap. Always go to Him first. Give it to Him. Give it to Jesus. He is the burden bearer. He is the one that removes your weariness. He is the one that heals you. Lay down on the ground. Lay it to Him. You might be carrying burdens that you are not meant to carry. And that's why they are getting you weary. Or you might be trusting what you should not trust. And you have gotten wearied. Or you have, left the place of your provision. You've left the place of security. And the burdens that you do not have the grace to carry have come. Friend, go back to Him. I don't know the pain you're going through now. It might seem as if it's the end of life. I want you to know that Jesus has over 1 billion different ways of achieving the same thing. But your mind might only tell you one or two. But your mind is too small to carry it. Give it to Him and see what happens. God bless you. I remain your friend, Gallabeth Chika, the evangelist. Continue to reign and flourish in your Rehoboth. Please remember to share this with someone that it could be a blessing to. God bless you.